mathematics, exponents are used as a short way to write repeated multiplication. So again, if you have 2 times 2 times 2, it's 2 cubed. I think it's all self-explanatory. We are familiar with that. Remember, when we say something squared, because to find the area of a square, you do 3 times 3. Like if the sides were 3. If you want to find the volume of a cube, you would do 3 times 3 times 3. You do that thing cubed. That's why to the 3 is called cubed, and to the 2 is called squared for area purposes. Okay, after that, they're just the 4th, the 5th, the 6th. Okay, so the volume of a cube can be determined by a times a times a. So a would be the sides. So it would be a cubed. Yeah. Got it? Okay, so power. A power is a number written in exponential form. So we've talked about this last year. Remember, this is your base. This is your exponent. The whole thing is a power. Okay, the base is a, the exponent's n. The whole thing is considered a power. Okay, so we're going to go through these quickly here, but we'll just fly through. So what's this one's base? Right, base is 4, exponent 5, okay. Base -3, exponent 6, base is x, exponent is y. Okay, all pretty straightforward stuff. Okay, a number that multiplies a variable is called a coefficient. So 7p cubed, the coefficient is 7, so it's the multiple. Okay, so 7p cubed, the coefficient is 7. So quickly doing these ones. So Ollie, what's the coefficient here? 8. Good. Hannah? Good. Tricky one. Denise, you want to try the tricky one? What is C's?
7.
No.
1.
No.
A over 7.
What'd you say?
1.
Nope, it's not 1.
A 0 over 7.
Close.
Negative.
1 over 7. Okay, it's 1 over 7 because 1 over 7 times A8 equals what? Where does this go? To the top. It's the same thing. So this is really 1 over 7 because it's a 1A.
So then what is the base?
The base is A.
Oh, it's both.
Yeah. Well, no, A is the base, 1 over 7 is the coefficient. Right? Does that make sense? That's how you, well, all fractions. So if I'm confusing you, check this one out. Same thing. So if I said A3 over 4, so that one's would be what? 1/4. That's the coefficient. Because it's 1A over 4. Okay? The only reason that's hard, guys, is because you guys don't see the 1. If I wrote this, it's easier to see, oh, it's 2/3. Because the 2's there, right? So when nothing's there, it's a 1. Okay? Remember, this is a common mistake. 7p cubed is 7 and then 3 p's. It's not 3 7s. Does a 7 have a cube on it?
No.
No. Good, Noah. Authority. Okay? So make sure you don't make that mistake. So if you have this, now the 7 gets hit 3 times.
It's the one that touches the exponent, right?
Right. Okay. So write each of the following with repeated multiplication. So I'll do the first one. The 3 is by itself. I have 4 A's and a B. So 3 by itself, 4 A's and a B. Okay. Josie, what do you think about C?
1, 3, 4 A's, 4 B's.
Good. 1, 3, 4 A, B's, or you can write them separately, doesn't matter. Okay, good. Logan, what do you think about B?
4, 3 times.
So 3, and then is it 4 A's or 1 A?
4.
Okay, so the 4 is only on the what?
B. Oh, this one?
Yeah. Let him answer, Ollie. Relax.
Sorry.
Okay, so it would be a 1, 3, 1 A, 4 B's, because the 4 is only on the B. Okay, and Aiden, how about D?
3AB.
Okay, so four of them. Perfect. Okay, then evaluating powers. Okay, 10 cubed is 3 tens, which is 1,000. 3 to the 4, so 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27, times 3 is 81. Negative 6 squared is, remember that's in brackets, so it's 2 negative 6's, which makes it a positive. Now here's the tricky one, and this one we talked about a ton in Math 9. Okay, the negative is out. Is it in a bracket? So the 2 is only on the 6. So no matter what, this negative is going to happen. What I mean by that is it's going to be negative 36. This is the difference between these two here. Exactly. That's only on the 6. This is on the whole thing. So the negative, nothing's happened to the negative, so he's just hanging out. He'll see what's happening with the squares, and he'll hit it at the end. So that's why your answer is negative there. All right. The 0 exponent, we've talked about that last year as well. Okay, anything to 0 power is what? 1. Good job. It's not 0. Okay, remember, here's the proof. Okay, if you didn't have me last year, I'm sure Mr. Moore also did this. So if I said, if I wanted to do 10 to the 4th over 10 to the 4th, right? So we know that everything over itself is 1, right? No matter what I put up there, it's 1. These are identical, so this is 1. Okay, but what about exponent rules? 4 minus 4. So there's your proof of why 10 to the 0 is 1. Okay? Again, we know everything over itself is 1, and we just proved right there with division of exponents that we can get a 0 to prove our point. Okay? So then also here, anything there is a 1. Okay? All right, so then on this section, we just got to figure out what's positive and what's negative. Sorry, I'll slow down. I'm going fast here. Some of it because I feel like I'm boring you because you know it. Okay, so 6 to the 0, we know that's 1. How about this one?
Negative 1.
1, because the whole thing's in the power, so that means it's 1.
Negative 1.
That one's negative 1. Good. Good, good, good. All right, so now we're going to go quickly over the exponent laws again from last year. Okay, so this right here is multiplication with exponents. So whenever you're multiplying things with the same base, you add the exponents. Okay, so that's the product law. Okay. Any question on the product law? Are we remembering this stuff at all?
Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay. Division, what do? You subtract. So it's 3 minus 2. So you're filling in the rules here. Okay. And then it'd be 3 minus 2 to the 1. And this equals AM minus N is the law. This is AM plus N. So that's product and quotient. Okay. All right, so then this one we have the power of a product. So what that means is that you have a product inside. So what happens is if it's 8 times 7, the 3 just hits both bases. Okay, so what that means is you have 3 8 times 7s or 3 8s and 3 7s, like that. Okay, so AB, what this is, AB to the M is AM, BM. All it is means just the M hits both. Didn't talk about that one as much last year. Okay, power of the quotient, just all you know with anytime you have fractions, the exponent hits the top and the bottom. The reason being, because if you see, we'll write 8/7, 3 times, and you notice you have 3 8s, 3 7s. Okay, so with the x, the rule is a to the n, b to the n. Why can b not be 0? What's that mean there at the end? Why can b not be 0? Okay, we can't divide by 0. Okay, dividing by 0 is not possible. Okay, and we'll finish this guy up here. I'm going to raise it up a bit. So this one is the power to power rule. So the power to power rule, you multiply the exponents. Okay, so the reason being is, as you can see, 8 cubed squared means we have 2 8 cubes, which means we have a total of 6 8s. So 3 times 2. Okay, so same thing here. A to the 6 or a to the 3 times 2. So the rule is simply a to the m n, which means times n. All right, so let's use the exponent laws to simplify. So here we go. Which law is this one? Yeah, which is called the which law? Product law. So this one would be, as you said, add would be 3 to the 6th. Okay. What law is this? Right, subtraction is what we do, but what's the law called? Quotient. Quotient. So 5 minus 3, we get negative 2 squared. Okay. We'll do the evaluate at the end here. And this, which rule is this one? Power to power, so it's 5 to the... Okay, so what is 3 to the 6th equivalent to? 7 what? 729. Negative 2 squared is 4. How about 5 to the 6th? So there's your evaluation. That's calculator. Okay. Remember, on your calculator, and as I showed Aiden earlier, that caret right there will put any exponent you want. It's on the right side of the TI-83s. If you don't have one, almost all calculators have those carets. So you would just put 5 caret 6, and that does 5 to the 6th. Okay, I can show you how to do that. I'll get to you in a second. Okay, so last section here. Okay, why don't you guys try all these, and I'll go through and give you the answers on them, okay? So go ahead and try all these. And then we'll be done. All right, so Raj, what'd you give for A?
4 A's.
Okay, so you have 4 A's and
3 A's.
okay, and how many total is that?
7.
Right, so we're going to write A7. Okay, because we're simplifying. Okay, so what'd you get, Andy, for B?
X of 7.
X of 7, right? This one has a 1 on it. Okay, if there's nothing there, let's assume it's a 1. Okay, if you put 6 still, that's not quite right. 7. Okay, Travis.
B11.
Good. Okay, how come it's not B0? We're adding, not multiplying, right? Okay, good. All right, D, Spencer. X4, good. 8 minus 4, quotient rule. Good. All right, E, Aiden. Y8, same thing. Quotient rule, 10 minus 2, 8, perfect. All right, yes, ma'am.
For like D, did you write x8 minus 4 instead of x4?
But then go ahead and write X4.
Okay.
Yeah, do that subtraction, okay? Okay, Caleb, F. A12, product power, so you multiplied them. Perfect. Okay, Noah.
Minus 3pq4.
Minus 3pq4. Okay, so this is good. Okay, you have to hit everything with it. So everything has to have a 4 on it. So it has to be negative 3, 4, p4, q4. Everything gets hit with it. Okay? That's why they're in brackets. Okay? That's what I'm talking about. We need to see that.
Then you simplify it.
Now you simplify it. We know what negative 3 to the 4th is. That's a value. So we're evaluating. That's going to be 81 P4 Q4. That's the simplest it would be. All I did was I did negative 3 to the 4th.
Why did you have to evaluate it?
We always simplify if we can. We know that number. We can't do it with variables because they're unknown values, right? Okay, good. Okay, Denise? 32A5, because it's the 5 hits both. 2 to the 5th, A to the 5th, and then 2 to the 5th is 32. Okay? I've seen a lot of erase, and that's good. Guys, these are the ones you want to get right because they're the weird ones. You have to hit everything. Remember, it's not just A. Everything gets hit. So then here, what's this one going to be? S to the 6th, T to the 6th. Good? Ridge, the fraction?
6 squared divided by 4 squared.
C squared, you mean? Yeah. C squared over 4 squared, I'm just going to make that a 16. We'll make it the number we can make it. Okay, so we're going to make that a 16, which he's right. It's 4 squared. Okay, and Maddie? Good. X9, Y9. The exponent hits top and bottom is all you need to know. Okay, and last but not least, Lauren? Y to the 25. Good. Multiply the exponents. Okay? All right.